Trusting your feelings. This is something dear to my heart, something I've been working on because I've had a tendency in the past to, and many people do, not really know what I felt or invalidate my feelings, as in, I shouldn't have this feeling, or that's not really how it is, or kind of abandoning my feelings. If a certain situation happened and I had a feeling about it, I would, instead of taking it as a signal, a feeling as a signal, then I would make excuses, try to be okay with, and I would get myself into very distraught situations, especially around men. I would make excuses. I would be like, well, I should be okay with this. An example would be waiting for a guy to text you back and you get really distraught. Unless you have severe attachment issues, it's usually a sign that he is not really going to. And so trusting your feelings is like, okay, well, if I feel this way and I don't usually feel this way, this isn't the right person for me. It's giving you a signal. And I think that even if you don't know yet what to do with these feelings, I think it's important as a first step is to just be aware of your feelings and honor them. Because I always thought when I have these feelings, there was, well, something wrong with me. What's wrong with me for feeling this way? What's wrong with me for not being okay with what is happening? Now, I want to make a distinction between feelings and reactivity. Reactivity is like a trigger, and we don't want to express reactivity because it's not kind. It's coming from a wounded place, like lashing out at someone, belittling someone, trying to control or manipulate someone, running away, fawning, those are all reactivities. So if you're feeling reactive and you can tell you're reactive if someone else in that same situation wouldn't respond that way, or you have the sudden swoosh feeling in your body, or a reaction that is outsized, greater than the situation warrants. I had a huge trigger years ago. If someone parked in my parking spot, I would get so angry. That was a trigger. That was not a feeling. Makes no sense. So if you're feeling triggered in a whoosh, it's our responsibility as adults to not take that to other people. Calm ourselves down however we need to. And sometimes it can be a little work, like, why do I get triggered? How do I calm myself? Calm yourself down. I know I'm expressing my feelings and not a reactivity when it's coming from kindness. I'm not hurting people. And I can just say, I feel this way, and this is what I choose to do. That's expressing a feeling. And I've been doing that more lately, and instead of like going off on people like, you're blocked, I'll just express my feelings. And I have no regrets. I feel proud of myself. I feel calm. And I've just realized more and more in how many situations in the past I've failed to do that. It also means that I don't have to engage. Honoring my feelings also looks like I don't have to engage with everyone who talks to me. Say that, someone's contacting you online, or is messaging you in any way. You can just say, how do I feel about this message? Do I want to reply? You can just delete it. You don't have to reply. But I think a first step now, if this might all seem confusing, is to just start being aware of how you feel, and later you can decide if it's a feeling or a reactivity. But if you're angry, see what's underneath the anger. Usually underneath anger is fear or hurt, fear of not feeling safe. It's often not feeling safe, to be honest. Under anger is fear. So start to be like more aware of your feelings, because I think that when people don't know what their feelings are, they go around feeling like bored or restless or discontent. And being in touch with our feelings is a way to really love ourselves and honor ourselves and open up a whole more range of being human. I grew up, I think all of us grew up not being able to honor our feelings naturally, because we were often told, you have to do this, you have to do that. At home, by parents who didn't know about how important feelings were, especially at school where the teachers are very bossy, at church, in 12-step meetings. You got to believe this. In, religions, they tell you what to believe and they don't ask you how you feel. So it's kind of a new skill. It's an important skill, especially for feeling whole and interacting with other people, and especially in relationships. Especially in relationships, if you're in a relationship with someone and you've grown apart, is to share your feelings, like, I miss you, I want to be closer to you, and not being embarrassed. It can feel uncomfortable. It's a new skill set. It's like when I built new muscles at the gym, working, like when I started working on my lats, my lats were like kind of offline. I had to learn to activate them. My left glute was kind of sleepy. I had to start using it. It was hard at first. Now they're online. It's the same way with our brain and our feelings. At first it feels kind of awkward and clumsy and weird and uncomfortable. Your brain is neuroplastic. You start doing this, within a few days, that's your new normal. So this is a channel dedicated to kindness and to healing. And when I think of going off on someone, I'm like, I remember I said my channel is dedicated to kindness and healing. Let me be kind. And it's easy to be kind. It's easy to be kind. Be kind to the people at the grocery store and the people who do your nails and where you get your dry cleaning and your Uber driver and, the people who deliver your food. Just start being kind to people. It's so easy to do. Not being responsible for their feelings, but just appreciating people and speaking to them kindly from the feeling level. I appreciate you, or I don't really like this. I don't really like this. So this is my boundary. You can just say that. It's okay to say, I don't like this. It's always a good fallback strategy. I don't really like this. I don't really want to talk to you. It's actually very sweet and very innocent. For me, getting to this place required no longer watching certain YouTube channels or watching certain people. I'm being more and more careful about what I watch and what I let in. Because if I allow in negative energy or judgmental or angry energy, I start being more guarded, and I don't want to be guarded. So, who are my friends? What do I watch on YouTube or the news? What do I let in so I can feel safe and come from a kind place? It's called, I guess, managing my environment. And I've just kind of noticed some shifts in myself doing that, and just wanted to share that with you guys. Anyway, I have my Pilates now, and so I'm going to go, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Friday.